Is that good?
Keep walking around.
Okay.
You walk around to the front, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. So how do you think you got here this morning?
Mm, I was sitting on the platform and waiting for the train to go into the station.
What do you remember after that?
Every day it arrives a minute later than the day before. I can't understand that. I really can't. I'm tired of being late for work.
How far away was the station?
I don't know. I think it was a I think it was a short journey.
Doesn't seem like you took the train.
Mm, Well, I don't know. That's what I remember.
If you got on the train, why are you acting like you just sat there and watched it pass you by?
I guess I don't really remember being on the train.
Okay, so then what about when you got off?
It was dark,
It was
and there was
dark
wind walking from the station.
and it was windy, and I was walking back from the station.
I wish it was darker in here.
So you didn't take the train here. Did you take the train this morning? Why don't you pull down the blinds?
Oh yeah.
I thought you said you were going to work. Why was it dark?
Well, I guess because the train was so late. Should I have kept going then? Oh no, it wasn't work. I was with someone and he was holding me, and I was trying not to think about being free anymore. Would never think of me as a slut, but still wants me to be one.
Is that freedom?
I thought it was when I wanted to be a slut, and that was very convenient, being free in the way they want you to be free. But will they stick around when it doesn't benefit them anymore? Will they call that freedom, or will they call it something else?
I'm sorry, I don't have an answer for you yet. Do you like a glass of water?
Maybe later.
Okay, well, we'll get it for you now.
I keep expecting too much from people. People my age are cynical and lost. So lost. It's like they read all these philosophy books. You would expect that they'd have figured out more than me about life, but
Why don't you read philosophy books if you think you could help people?
no one who reads them is happy. Am I so different from everyone else?
People say you are.
I didn't think you would.
You could read them on the train. I don't think it's very fair to write your own book if you haven't checked if someone else has written it first.
If someone had written my book, people wouldn't be sad anymore. If I can't write a book that makes people happy, I won't write a book.
What will you do instead?
Eventually I'll die, I hope.
Why don't you read us a passage?
Please don't laugh. Dithering dots, thirsty dots, driving themselves into oblivion, sun. Picking rows of them, not like people, we are the people, and they are check marks. Tally marks, tumbling down sand dunes towards the edge of the hourglass. ticking, ticking themselves, counting themselves, hitting themselves, destroying, multiplying, dividing. Factions of cells bumping along together, walls meeting, kissing, wet and dry and coarse. Hurrying along the course, feet buried in the sand, hands buried in their eyes, pulling out the insides, squelching sounds until someone dies. With whips they pull back into the line, agonizing over centimeters to get each other close. They will never be close. The whip tails lash then deeper into the sand. Swallow them up, swallow them whole, don't take their parts, leave them to themselves. Leave them gathering in bunches like kindle awaiting the fire. Let them die with their children intact. Do not rip their bodies any more than you rip bark off the young trees in your games. The trees can't scream in a language you'll understand. One day you will grow up to be a scientist who studies trees, sap-rich, coniferous trees who made your hands sticky and hurt with their needles. You will know everything about them down to every root of every tree in the town you live in, but you will never take that step to the right. Drift around to hear them scream their terrible, woeful songs that do not go quiet when the frost comes.
Will that be in the final book?
I didn't write that. I don't think I can put it in the book.
And who wrote it?
I thought you did, didn't you? Where did it go?
Everything returns to the earth at some point.
Yeah, but not like that.
These things happen. You don't have to worry about it. You didn't break it. It's not your fault.
I'm not worried.
What would you do if this was a real interview?
I don't know. I never know what to say in real life. Everything I always get messed up in my brain and it comes out the wrong
Have you heard of the term mind palace?
I know. I feel like I'd rather just be in here to get away.
We're better to hide from the present than the past. In a dream, maybe, but falling asleep is hard.
Yes, it is.
Dreams and memories are the same, except with memories you have to pretend like they actually happened.
Do you really believe that?
I feel like dreams are even more real because it's like that's coming from somewhere inside of me.
What happens when you can't pretend the memories are real?
Then people think you're lying.
You mean they think you're lying?
What's the difference?
You know, to most people, the outside world isn't just an apparition, is it?
Well, how would I know that from here?
You can't, and that's why you can't
I don't
stay
want
in
to stay,
here.
but there's nothing for me out there. I don't want to stay, but there's nothing for me out there.
Everything is out there.
It's not for me.
Maybe. You have to make your own way. How can I help you?
Help me what?
Make your own way.
I don't know. Maybe you could hold me for a while. I know you can't do that. I don't know why I said that. Why don't we switch and I ask you the questions?
Are you actually asking that, or is it a joke?
I don't know.
Well, I don't think we should do that. Let's go off script for a while. What do you really want to say?
I don't know. I don't have anything to say. What? I don't know. Do you have anything else? Anything else to give? This is what I really want to say. That's the point.